Hi everyone, I am here today to talk to you about a few more books that I'm adding to the hospital book list. April is Donate Life Month, and so I thought this week I would focus on some books about organ donation and one book that is about end of life and somewhat hospice care. I think these are books that a lot of people are looking for. There's a big need. And there are kind of a lot of organ donation books out there, but they're not all the same and they're not all appropriate for every situation. And so I'm going to highlight a few of my favorite today. So I'm going to start today by talking about a book called The Gift by Shandy Alexander and Diana Lee. This was written by a child life specialist. You can tell the words are very easy to understand. It's applicable for everybody. It's very much about what organ donation is easy to apply to any situation, whether your family member is a receiver or a donator. If kids have questions and you feel like it's really hard to have the words to explain organ donation, this book is for you. It's especially great for school-age kids. The other organ donation book that I'm going to recommend today is called A Gift of Life by Rochelle Burke. And this book is a little bit different in that it tells the story of 4 different people at the beginning. 3 have health concerns. And then the 4th is a dad of a school-age boy. And in the story, the dad dies. It doesn't go into a lot of details. It says it was sudden and unexpected. And then it talks about how his body then benefited the 3 other people. It talks about the boy and how he's sad, appropriately grieving. It suggests ways for kids to process their grief. And then it also highlights that his body did help these people and that is a tiny thing to be happy or to celebrate. I think it's a well done book. I think it's a hard concept for kids. But if you feel like your kid is ready for that and ready to appreciate the nuance of feeling happy even though your loved one is dead, this is a great book for that. It's also written by a social worker, so she does a nice job of making it pretty applicable for a lot of situations. The organ donors are a wide variety, and so probably everyone will find something they can relate to. And then the last book today that I'm going to recommend is called What Happens When Someone I Love Can't Get Better? A book to prepare, wait, had it all out, and cope with End of Life by Jenny Rogers and Sarah Olsher. I've recommended a couple of Sarah Olsher's books before. I appreciate that she worked with Jenny Rogers, who is a child life specialist, on this book. For those of you who have been looking for a book appropriate for hospice, I would totally recommend this one. It talks about our bodies and how they rely on a variety of different parts and organs. It talks about how organs can stop working for a variety of reasons and that there is treatment available for that. But then it goes on to say that if someone has a part of their body that is too sick or broken to work, then that person dies. It talks through common hospice or dying process experiences, like the person becoming more tired or not seeming like themselves. It talks about common things that kids go through, changes of routine, those kinds of things. It goes into grief and finding ways to remember your person. If you are an adult who's looking to have an honest conversation about a loved one who will die soon, I really think this is a great book for you to use. Again, I think it would be great for school-age kids. And even if you have younger kids, maybe you could pick pages or parts that you really think are important or concepts that you're really trying to drive home. So that's all I have, just these 3 books, but I actually feel like they're all really great. I'm happy to add them to the hospital book list and appreciate every family who is missing someone, but knowing that they did a little bit of something to make another person's life special and last. Thanks.